What is up, everybody? You know who it is. It's Uncle Greg, and we're back at it with another Something at a Nothing live stream. The last coverage of the regular season for the NFL. That's right. I'll give you my top 10 heading into this postseason, as well as comparing it to a new system of mine that I'm going to use. That's Google's Gemini. We're going to see my top 10 compared to their top 10. And then also, I prompted it to create the toughest divisions, put it in order. We'll take a look at what it is and see if we agree, come up with some discussions, and we'll talk about it. That's what we're here. Talk about it. And after we're done wrapping it all up, I will give you my picks for today's game. Today is Saturday. We are starting live on Saturday. Let's get this thing rolling, huh? Started with Unc's Top 10. Let's make sure we're live over here on Instagram. Don't think we are. Oh, it's all good. Boom. The video will be showing it all. So it's all good. So we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Let's get into this top 10. All right. So instead of after 18 weeks, we are making a change to the top 10 list. Let's get that out of here. And we got the playoff rankings. So top 10 playoff rankings. There's 12 teams. I'm ranking 10 of them. So let's get right into it, chat. First off, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Their defense, stout. Offense, got the names. I don't know if they can produce. So out of all the teams, the 12, they're at number 10. So at number 9, we got the Houston Texans. Their defense, another team where they're outstanding. The quarterback, Stroud, had a really good rookie year. Kind of floundered his second year. Now, it's his third year, and we're trying to see if he can carry his team. His defense is there. Can he put the team on his back? I'm not too sure, and that's why I have them at number 9. And coming in at number 8, the Denver Broncos. Now, everybody's going to be like, they are the number 1 seed in the AFC. How do you have them at number 8? And I'm going to tell you right now, my opinion, for the games that I saw, they won. Yes, narrowly, yes. But I think the quality of their wins is pretty poor. So, in my opinion, that's why they're at number 8. It's not their fault. They did not create their schedule. They did take care of it, and they're in the top 10 for it. Following that, we have the Buffalo Bills. Now, their offense, nice. They can get the run game going. Josh Allen, I know, suffered a little ding to his, not too sure if it was his ankle or not, but we'll see if he can roll into the playoffs. Right now, I have Buffalo Bills at number 7. A lot of people think I'm probably tripping, but I don't know. They got to prove it to me. At number 6, a team that fell off the ranking last week, the San Francisco 49ers. I do believe they are a really solid team overall. I don't know what happened last week. We're going to subtract Week 18's games because there was just a lot of crap that happened. Just didn't make sense. A lot of teams are ready for the playoffs. A lot of teams are trying to get into the playoffs. A lot of teams are ready to get to the offseason. So let's just disregard last week. But for the top 10 going to the playoffs, I do believe San Francisco is a viable team. And above them, I do have the Chicago Bears, a team that I've liked and kept my eye on all season. Caleb Williams did not have a great start, but has turned it around with Ben Johnson. I do believe they are worthy of the 5th rank in my top 10. Following that, we have at number 4, the New England Patriots, another team who is high above the AFC, but their wins and quality of wins aren't that great. But I can't deny their defense is pretty solid, and Drake May has had a great year. So we'll see what happens. I know he's in the MVP discussion along with Matt Stafford. So we'll see who wins the MVP discussion there. But both those guys, stellar year. And speaking of Matt Stafford, coming in at number 3, his LA Rams. Now that they have Devontae Adams back, with Devontae Adams, they have one of the highest scoring red zone offenses in the league. So I believe that's only going to be beneficial for them. We'll see how they come out against the Carolina Panthers, which I will give you that pick today. But for now, at number 3, we have the Rams. At number 2, my dark horse. A lot of people aren't talking about him. Some people are talking about him. But I'm rolling with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I do believe that they're going to represent the AFC and go to the Super Bowl. Wow, who would have thought? I think Josh Allen's going to fail in his opportunity to get to the Super Bowl without Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow. He's going to fall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And at number one, my team, who I believe is going to make it out the NFC, is the Seattle Seahawks. They proved it to me all year. I tried to replace them, thinking the teams were going to be better than them, which was teams in their own division, and it did not work out in that fashion. So I've been proven wrong, and I enjoy that. It goes to show I don't know everything, and that's welcoming, because if you do know everything, it's probably a boring time. But this is my top 10. You guys let me know where I'm tripping, what teams should be ranked where. If your team is ranked where you think they should, let me know. Give me props, give props when they're due. But all right, let's take a look at Gemini's top 10 and compare. Okay, so where is it going? Where is it showing? All right, well, this is what happens when we do things live. It's gonna happen. All right, chat. Here we go. So at number 10, look at, they do have Philadelphia at number 10, but they don't have the Bears at number 5 like I do. They have them at number 9, saying they have a strong defense, cold weather advantage. Playoff experience for the Eagles, an elite run game, of course, but didn't seem too elite this year. Buffalo Bills at number 8, and I have them where? At number 7, not too far off. Lead high variance. Allen is the X factor, of course. Houston Texans above them. Wow. So I have Houston at 9. They have them at 7. It's okay. It's all right. And then San Francisco at number 6. Hey. Gemini seems to think that, we're on par. They have Jacksonville at 5. That's okay. MVP level by Lawrence and the balanced roster. I agree. The star-studded roster of San Francisco from the 6th seed, of course. 9-game win streak. I forgot to read these stats. For Houston, dominant pass rush. Yes, I do agree with that analysis. Denver Broncos, though, they seem to like them. AFC's best defense and a great home field advantage. I disagree as far as the best defense. I think they just played against mediocre opponents, and the division was not as good as people thought it would be going in. And then at number 3, we seem to agree on... Nope. Number 3, they have New England Patriots. I have the Rams. Not too far off, because they have the Rams at number 2. So I think the New England Patriots, not too far off either. I have them at 4. They have them at 3. Seattle Seahawks, though, seems to be that we agree here. Lead defense, 7-game win streak. So, in my opinion, I don't think I did too bad, y'all. I don't think I did too bad. You guys let me know. I'm over here gathering data from an AI, supercomputer brain. And we kind of are compatible in about, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 out of 10. Yeah, 30%. Whatever. It's all good. All right. So now, let's go on to the next segment, and that's going to be bringing up. We're going to bring up the toughest division that Gemini put together as far as strength of schedule and quality of wins. So let's move that there. Sorry, we're going to do some stuff live. Boom. All right. So, starting off at the bottom, I do agree the NFC South is one of the worst divisions in football. Carolina got some surprising wins this year. Tampa Bay, who was off to a hot start, had suffered a lot of injuries. Terrible for them. Atlanta, I don't know what's going on with them. You believe in them, you go with them, and then they lose that weekend, and you go against them the next weekend, and they win. They are a really confusing team. I can never put my finger on Atlanta, but I do like their defense. New Orleans Saints, you guys already know about them. Don't need to explain. Philadelphia, NFC East at number 7. I feel that possibly, um, damn, it's hard to argue, but I do believe that the NFC East is fitting for number 7. Cowboys, great offense, terrible defense. We had struggled beating teams this year. Washington Commanders, Jaden Daniels with the injury, hampered their year. New York Giants, obviously couldn't get it done with their coach. Brian Dable got fired, so that's what happened there. Philadelphia Eagles, um, probably the best team out of the NFC East, and in my opinion, not very interesting to watch. I just don't find their games very um, electrifying. They're really boring. They make it ugly. They muck it up, and they try to win that way, and that's fine. You can win that way. There's many different ways to win in the NFL. I just have a preference. I like seeing teams execute on offense and even on defense. I love seeing teams execute on defense, but I also do like to see some points. So, next up at number 6, the AFC North, which was definitely a disappointing year for the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, as both those teams have playoff aspirations and didn't even sniff them. Cleveland Browns, you already know about them. Steelers surprisingly made the playoffs, leaning on the defense and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers being able to clutch up when needed, even when they don't have DK Metcalf and the receivers. He was able to figure out how to way to get it done. So yes, Pittsburgh is the best out of that division. They earned it, getting into the playoffs, and I do agree that NFC or AFC North is at number 6. And at number 5, the AFC West. Now, here, I think I can move the AFC West down because the Raiders are terrible. The Chiefs were. They've been slowly but surely like looking bad in the regular season. I know not this season, but a season ago they made the playoffs, and I think the year before that they might have made the AFC West or the AFC title game. I'm not too sure exactly, but I could see the decline after giving Pat Mahomes his paycheck. Your team's gonna suffer. The Chargers, I thought were gonna win the division this year. Didn't. Denver ended up doing it. I thought Denver might have been 4th place, but super wrong on that. Might be the hater in me. I just am not a fan of the coach. The coach is a jerk. Can't even remember his name. That's how much of a jerk he is. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Denver definitely was the best team out the AFC West. That's no debate, no arguing. Schedule could have been tougher, but hey, man, you only can play the games that are scheduled. So next up, the 4th team or the 4th division, 4th highest division, I guess I would say, would be the AFC East. We got the Patriots leading the division when we all assumed it would be Buffalo Bills. So that's kind of a shocker, taking the rug out of Josh Allen and the Bills, thinking that they were going to own it. Mike Vrabel, Drake May, and that defense looking like they're going to be a solid team for a few years coming. Miami Dolphins fired their coach. You know what's going on with them. New York Jets, yeah. I do agree with I don't know about the second. I think these two can be swapped. I think the NFC North is one of the toughest divisions. You got the Chicago Bears, you got the Green Bay Packers, you got Minnesota Vikings, and you got the Detroit Lions. Minnesota, of course, having J.J. McCarthy's first year, so it didn't look too great. But before that, they had Sam Darnold and were competing for the playoffs. All teams finished above 500, so definitely tells you that they are a quality division. Following that, they have Jacksonville, or no, the AFC South as the second-ranked division. Like I said, I think this could be number 3. I do believe the NFC North is stronger, but based on strength of schedule and quality wins, this is what Gemini came up with. So Jacksonville winning the division after Indianapolis had a hot start. Not sure if they're going to rebound next year, because this year they had Daniel Jones just show above and beyond what he's capable of. Will he be able to get back to that form? We'll see. Um, Maybe that's why they have this division ranked so high, because Stroud, the Houston Texans defense, Jacksonville, Lawrence, their defense is pretty decent. Indianapolis, their offense is pretty elite, just couldn't get it done with the backups. Tennessee Titans, they got a young phenom QB, so they just got to build around him and see what happens. So I can see how the AFC South is a top three. I don't know about two. And last but not least, this is just easy for me. Three playoff teams. You got the Seattle Seahawks, the LA Rams, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. Um, the 49ers all season dealt with injuries, still stayed afloat, and was able to be competitive and got to the playoffs. LA Rams, I thought they were elite pretty much the whole year. They had some slip ups, but one of my favorite teams of the year. I like their offense. I like Sean McVay. I like Matthew Stafford. When they added Devontae Adams, I knew there was just going to be what it was. They were able to execute in the red zone, and that's what happened. And for Seattle Seahawks, I did not see that coming. I'll agree that I did not think that Sam Darnold was going to have a good year going on a new team. I thought he was going to regress a little bit, but I was wrong. Probably the most wrong I've been out of all of everything was the Seattle Seahawks. So my bad, dude. My bad, Sam Darnold. My bad to the coach. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. But my bad to the Seattle Seahawks. You deserve that number one spot. Now, let's see what we can come up with for the games today. Let's see. Yahoo Sports. Minimize. All right. So before we get started, before we get into these picks, I want to let you know how I finished last week and then the overall season of the picks. Because now with the playoffs and the postseason, we're going to start over fresh. But last week in week 18, not that great when it comes to spreads. Once again, that was not my strength this year. But when it came to money lines or straight pick 'em, your boy was nice. Your boy was nice. So, in my pick'ems, the straight picks last week, 9-7, to complete the season at 188, 96-1. So, I didn't get 100 wrong this year. Next year, let's see if we can. If I do this format, let's see if I can get to 200 correct and decrease the incorrect. As far as the spread, I'm a novice. I understand the spread, but choosing which side's going to cover what and when is a little difficult, as you can tell. I went 4-11 and 1 in week 18 to bring my total for the season to 114, 144, and 7. 7 pushes on the year. So hopefully next season I can improve on that percentage and data. With that being said, let's get into tonight's game. Like, can I bring that over there? Sorry, chat. There we go. Yahoo Sports. How you guys doing today, huh? Hopefully everything is swell. All right, so for today's football games, we have a rematch taken on in Carolina as the LA Rams, the 5th seed, take on the number 5 seed at 130. Right now, I'm looking at the spread. They have the LA Rams -10, which is pretty incredible after they suffered that L. But that L was without Devontae Adams. So, in the straight pick, I'm going with the Rams. As far as the spread, I think the LA Rams defense is going to play a lot better than they did the first go around. I don't think they're going to be able to allow the Carolina Panthers to stay close. I think they cover that 10 points. So my first pick will be the LA Rams and LA Rams -10. Hopefully that doesn't bite me, because that is the first game of these playoffs, and I would not want to start with an L. Now, for the game of the night, we have the number 7 seed Green Bay Packers taking on the number 2 seed Chicago Bears. Now, I believe these two teams just played recently. And let's see. Yes. Green Bay lost to Chicago on the 20th, but also beat them on the 7th, a few weeks prior. So these teams split the season series. I do believe Chicago Bears will get this victory. So the pick is with the Chicago Bears. They have Green Bay favored at -1.5. Not too sure. Jordan Love must be available, but even so, not being out or not being in the game last few weeks, I think he's going to be a little rusty, and because of that rust, they're not going to be able to get that great start. And I know statistically, Green Bay was not good at coming back this year when they were down in their matchups. So for the Saturday night game, I have the Chicago Bears with the pick and Chicago +1.5. And we might as well just finish the whole playoffs, huh? So I don't have to come back and do this all over again. So, following that, on Sunday, we have the Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Buffalo Bills are going to be surprised when they catch this L. I'm taking Jacksonville -1, and I'm taking Jacksonville with the pick straight up. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to outduel Josh Allen. I think the Jaguars will try and contain that rush, so they'll make Josh Allen beat them. So we'll see if he can do it. And for now, I got Jacksonville and Jacksonville -1. Following that at 1:30, a battle of the NFC. We got the 49ers visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. Right now they have Philadelphia -6. They're giving them a lot of points. Must be because I honestly not sure. I think they're thinking the Philadelphia's defense is going to be able to contain San Francisco, and I'm going to disagree with that. I'm going San Francisco +6, and I'm going to go with San Francisco getting the win here. So the Eagles can get the hell out. I just don't believe in them. I know they had some quality wins over some quality opponents, but they just don't do it for me. Following that, we have the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. Now, this is the time for the New England Patriots to quiet the haters, quiet everybody that said that they cannot win. This is the chance they got. Can they do it? I believe they can. I believe they'll beat Justin Herbert and the Harbaugh coach in LA. Obviously, the Baltimore coach got fired. But I'm rocking with the Patriots getting the dub here. -3.5. I'll take that as well. The half scares me. I think I would want to take the Chargers, but I'm rocking with New England and New England -3.5. Last but not least, on Monday night, the NFL is trying to take all the attention and take Monday too. Texans visiting the Steelers. Right now, they got Houston -3, and I'm rocking with that because I think the Texans defense is better than the Steelers defense. I think the Texans defense will make Aaron Rodgers sweat and put the pressure on him. CJ Stroud just got to show up and get some points for his team, and they'll get that victory. I'm taking Houston -3 and Houston with the pick straight up. And that will do it for the Unk's Top 10. Playoff look into today's games. And also a little segment I did for the divisions and just some discussions we can have in the comment section. You guys let me know what you think. If you guys like the introduction of Gemini being introduced into this program. And yeah, well, you guys enjoy these playoff games. I'll be back with some coverage when they